Hello everybody, Andy from Kent Survival here. Wanted to show you my small collection of everyday carry micro torches. Started this journey trying to set up an Altoid survival tin and just going smaller and smaller with the torch until you come to a size which is basically unpractical. So I just wanted to go through some of the flashlights that I have so you can judge for yourself what you might want to put in an Altoid tin or on a keychain carry. But these are micro everyday flashlights. Okay, to start off, let's have a look at our biggest one here. This is a AAA torch from CREE. So these are rather inexpensive. I think it's around £5, something like that. You'll see CREE torches on AliExpress, eBay, places like that. This is aluminium housed. Actually feels quite well built. And it's very simple on-off flashlight. No extra functions, very simple. Next up we have the MAG-LITE SOLITAIRE. This is actually an older one. I don't have the newer LED models, so this is just to show scale really. But these are another AAA flashlight. Quite a good size, quite a good brightness when you have the LED one. Both of these I think are a bit too large for a keychain carry. The next one, it's actually kind of a no brand I think. Well, I've got Columbia Sportswear company. I think that's probably an American brand. I picked this up on eBay. It's quite bright. Quite light conditions here. And for the size it is actually quite weighty. You could file off this end piece if you didn't want to put it on a keychain and did want to put it into an Altoids tin. But yeah, it's just a single LED light. So if you did file off the end, you'd get it down to almost 4 centimeters there. This next one is cheapy, China one. You'll find this in a lot of the Chinese survival kits. Very unreliable, but it does have this lens on and you can focus it just by pulling and pushing. I might just be unlucky with this one, but I have got another one from another kit and that's just as bad really, so yeah, I couldn't recommend one of these if you do see one of these. They're just no brand ones. Next up is a Rolson. I think you might find these under different names, but this one's a Rolson one. They make a lot of inexpensive tools. This one you just twist to turn on. Single LED, not the brightest ever, but it is getting to that size that is keychainable and will go into an Altoids. We can see that's right at around 5 centimeters, and it does feel quite well built. Next up is the True Utility Compact MicroLite. This has 3 LEDs in it. You can see the lenses on them there. Do like this one. I did a keychain carry this for a while. You can put a split ring on the end there. And this is just twist to turn on. It's quite bright with the 3 LEDs. I don't think that the batteries are very good in this one, but I was quite happy with that. It's just a little weighty, I think, for a keychain. It'd be fine in an Altoids. Again, that's at around 5 centimeters. That's the True Utility. Next up is the Energizer. This is more like a car key fob than most of the others. You just press to turn on. Considering it's one LED, it's actually pretty light. Never actually carried this. Don't think you can actually lock the light on this. I've not properly used it. No, I think it's just press to use. I could be wrong. But yeah, it's the Energizer. It's quite nice feeling. Chrome. Solid. Can't go too wrong with that. Next up is the Cyba-lite. I'm sure this would be available under different names as well. I think I got this through Amazon a while back. You may have seen it on my bug out bag video, but it's just got one of them clickers you click through. Not bad light for one LED. LED's all out there, so that could damage quite easily. But just click on, click off, no extra functionality, pretty simple. Pretty small, pretty light with the plastic housing, and pretty cheap. Next up is another Rolson. These I believe are available under other names as well. One LED, just a button on the side there which some people might not like, because it's quite easy to set off in your pocket if you're keychain in it, or if you're tightly packing it into an Altoids. This one is getting quite small now, so that's at 4 centimeters, just over 5-6mm in diameter. Not too bad for one LED, quite light, metal housing. These, you can't buy them on their own, but they do come with this. They're a part of a tweezer set, and they just sit in there. The back just screws on the other side there. So yeah, just do an eBay search for LED tweezers and you'll find things like this. Not very good for keychain because it doesn't have anywhere to mount it, but pretty good for an Altoids tin. Next up is this little No brand light. Bought a pair of these off of Amazon, pretty cheap. Quite bright for the size, probably even brighter than the Cyba-lite, even though it's smaller. Exposed LED again. You can lock on the light. There you go, it's locked on just with this little toggle switch there. It's very light indeed, very small. The plastic housing, about 4 centimeters. Obviously an unusual diamond shape there, but quite inexpensive. Next up is the Streamlight Nano. You're going to have seen these a lot on Altoids videos and kind of micro EDC videos. This is just twist on. Pretty bright for one LED. I was quite happy with this. This actually replaced the True Utility on my keychain for a while. I'll explain in a minute why I changed that. But yeah, it's a good keychain light. It's a bit more expensive than the True Utilities in the UK, being an American brand, but I still think you can get them for around £10 rather than sort of £6 for True Utility. But it's a good small flashlight, and it's right at around 3 centimeters. You see how small that is compared to the Altoids tin there. Oops. Okay, next up is this little No branded LED light. So you can see it's for keychain carry there. You could again take this off. Feels aluminium to me. Again, twist on. Not super bright, but would do a job. And very cheap. This was actually off of one of these cheap multi-tools. Just folds out. I've actually got one more of them as well, of another Chinese multi-tool, where I take all the parts off because the tool itself was junk. But the lights can be quite handy. Next we have the True Utility NanoLite. This thing is absolutely tiny. Got a keychain carry on the end there. Again, you could hacksaw that off, file that off if you was putting it into an Altoids. See that it almost disappears there, takes up no space whatsoever. Single LED which does protrude. It's easy to turn when it's on a keychain because you'd have the split ring through there. For the size, produces quite a lot of light, quite surprising really. Yeah, I don't know how long the batteries last on this, I've not run them down yet, but if you want true micro EDC, you know, that's your thing, and they're around £6-7 I think. This next one is another one off of a multi-tool. So there's a few of these around. It's got a little LED in there, partially protected, twist on. This is very nasty feeling though, this one. It's very plasticky, like chromed plastic, and it's yeah, pretty nasty, but pretty small, and does work, so you could put it somewhere. Next up is the DQG Fairy. Love this little thing. This is currently on my keychain. Brilliant feeling little thing, brass finish. Got some weight to it really, but solid feeling. And pretty bright. So you've got two stages on this. The first stage, twist a little further, and that goes super bright. Won't last as long on that super bright setting. The DQG uses one of the 10180 batteries. These are rechargeable. This is a spare one that I've bought, and you generally have to buy the charger separate for some weird reason. Just charge through micro USB there. Just has a red for charging and green for charged LED. That just fits on where the lens goes while you're charging. But yeah, couldn't recommend this one more, to be honest. You can get this from GearBest. They do have others like the Spy and a couple of other micro LED lights, but I do like this one despite the name, and that's the Fairy. One last one to show you here, which is absolutely tiny. This is on the limits of usefulness, but it is brilliant. And this will just turn much easier to do when on a keychain. As you can see, you do get some light out of it, it's not too bad. It would be of use on a keyring. This is from Polymath products. You can't buy the light on its own, but it is available in their survival tin kit, which is pretty reasonably priced. That's available UK and US. So that's a good place to start when doing your own survival kit, is to buy a cheap Chinese one, a Polymath products one, or another one, and use that as a starting point. But you know, if it's for an emergency, it may never be used. Yeah, that could go vertically in there and you wouldn't even notice it in the kit. But yeah, that's a Polymath products micro LED. Before I finish up, I did just want to say, if you enjoy this as a subject matter, have a look at All Outdoor One, his channel. He goes through micro LED flashlights in a lot more detail than I can or have the knowledge to. So go check him out. That's All Outdoor One. Brilliant channel for micro EDC especially. So yeah, that's been a quick look at my micro flashlights for everyday carry and Altoids tins. Going to be doing a few more of these videos for the other things such as pry bars, whistles, etc. for micro EDC, and then I'm going to put them together into a kit. May even do a giveaway kit, so we'll see about that. I'm going to put some links down in the description for some of these torches. Other ones you just kind of have to search on eBay for, and that they're no brands, so they come up as different names sometimes because they're just Chinese things. But I hope you've enjoyed having a look at these, give you a little idea of what's out there. True Utility, Streamlight and DQG are definitely free brands to look at. The CREE lights as well, if you fancy something a little bigger, it's not going to really go on a keychain. But yeah, that's been a look at my EDC flashlights. If you'd like to see more videos, please click the link to my channel. There's plenty on there, from camping to videos like this and reviews. I've been Andy of Kent Survival. Thanks very much for watching, and I hope to see you in another video soon. Goodbye.